How many of you have tried making an AI video and ended up with a mess? Like you use one tool for the images, a different tool for the video, another one for the voice, then some random app for the music. And after all that hard work, after spending hours, maybe even paying for 3 or 4 different subscriptions, the final result still looks very random and not like the way you want. But today, I want to show you something different, something that actually changed the way I think about AI video creation. I made a full 3D animated short film, a boy and his dog traveling from Earth to Mars, with characters, voice, music, everything. And I started with just one single sentence. Let's get into it. Section 1. The problem with other AI tools. Before I show you Flova, let me tell you what usually happens when I try to make an AI video. First, I go to one tool for generating images. Then I take those images to a different tool to turn them into video clips. Then I need voice. So now I'm on a third platform. Then music, that's a fourth one. And the worst part, none of these tools talk to each other. So I am downloading files, uploading them somewhere else, trying to sync everything manually. And even then, the characters look different in every single scene. The voice doesn't match up the lip movements, the music cuts out randomly. It's a complete mess. And you know what? The cost of all these tools add up to easily over $100 a month. And after all that effort and money, the output still feels random. Like you just got lucky if it looked good, or you got punished if it didn't. You have no real control. That's exactly the problem Flova solves. Section 2. What is Flova? So Flova is not just another AI video tool. Think of it less like a tool and more like a creative director that actually listens to you, asks you the right questions, makes decisions with you, and then handles all the hard technical work behind the scenes. You don't need to know which AI model to use. You don't need to manage multiple platforms. You just talk to it like you would talk to a real director. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Section 3. The walkthrough. So this is Flova AI's homepage. Clean, simple. You can see there's a chat box right in the middle, and that's literally where everything starts. Now before I even type anything, I want to point something out. What if you sit here and your mind is just blank? You have no idea what to make. You don't need to Google. You don't need to go to Pinterest. You just ask Flova right here in the same chat box. Say, help me brainstorm an animation idea. And it will actually think with you. It suggests themes, styles, story directions like a real creative partner sitting next to you. That's huge, because every other tool expects you to show up with a perfect prompt. Flova doesn't. It meets you where you are. Now, I already have my idea. So I typed in my prompt, a warm cinematic 3D animated movie where a boy and his dog travel from Earth to Mars to discover life and start a new home there. That's it. I hit send. And look what happens immediately. Flova doesn't just start generating randomly. It loads the narrative short film skill on its own because it understands the kind of project this is. It's already thinking like a director. Now it starts asking me questions. And this is the part I love. It doesn't ask boring technical questions. It asks creative ones. The first card is asking, what is the core focus of the story? Wonder and adventure, emotional bond, survival and building. I'm going with focus on wonder and adventure. Next, what kind of video format do I want? A short cinematic trailer or a longer mini narrative scene? I'm going with the short cinematic trailer. 30 seconds, punchy, exciting and easy to watch till the end. Now it is asking about the main characters. I'm going with the curious young boy and the playful golden retriever, classic, warm, instantly lovable. Now the visual style, 3D Pixar-style animation, perfect for this story. Aspect ratio, widescreen landscape. And now Flova writes the complete script. Look at this, 3 scenes, scene 1, scene 2, scene 3. This is not a random AI output. This is a proper structured script with real character moments and real dialogues. and I didn't write a single word of it. It is now asking, do I want to confirm this script and go into production, or do I want to change any individual shot? I am happy with this. Let us go. And now Flova builds the full storyboard, shot by shot. But look at the left panel. This is where something really important is happening. You can see it has created what Flova calls elements. And I want you to pay attention to this because this is the thing that makes Flova fundamentally different from every other AI video tool. Each element is a named, defined asset for your project. Look, there is element Leo, element Barnaby, element spaceship cockpit, and others. Now why does this matter? Think about what happens with other AI tools. You generate shot 1, Leo looks a certain way, and then you generate shot 2, and suddenly Leo has different hair, different eyes, a slightly different face. Shot 3, the dog looks like a completely different breed. The spaceship interior changes color, nothing matches. That happens because those tools have no memory of what your characters are supposed to look like. Every generation starts from zero. Flova's elements fix this completely. Each element acts like a logged reference card. Now it is asking, do I want to generate the character reference images first or modify the storyboard? I want those character references. Let's generate them. And look at these images. Now here is the key thing to understand. These images are not just pretty previews. Each one gets attached directly to its element. So Leo's element now has Leo's image logged to it. Barnaby's element has Barnaby's image logged to it. The cockpit, the landscape, the habitat, all logged. When Flova generates the actual video shots, it looks at this exact image and uses it as the visual reference. That is why the characters are identical throughout the film. This is the consistency that is simply impossible to get when you are jumping between different tools. Now, voice. I'll go with AI narration model. Let Flova pick the right voice and it generates the voice line right away. That voice is now logged in. Every scene will sound exactly the same. Okay, character designs done. Voice profile ready. Now it's asking, do I want to generate shot 1 or generate all shots at once? I'll go one by one so we can see each shot clearly. Here is the shot 1. Shot 1 is done. Now it is asking about shot 2. Here is the shot 2 and here is the shot 3. All video shots are done. Now it is asking about the audio layers. Do I want to generate just the narration, just the music, or both together? Both. Let's do both at once. And Flova generates two music versions, version A and version B. I can preview both right here inside the platform. Version A it is. That's the one that fits the mood of this trailer best. And now, final assembly. Flova takes all three video shots, the narration, and the orchestral music and combines everything into one complete film. Everything synced, everything timed, everything consistent. Let's look at the output. Section 4. Asset library and character consistency. Okay, so the film looks great, but I want to show you one more thing because this is something that most people miss and it is actually really powerful. Look at the media panel here. Every single thing that was generated during this project can be saved as a permanent asset for future use. Let me show you what I mean. I'll click on Barnaby's character image and you can see this option here that says Store in Asset Library. I'll click that. Now Barnaby is saved as a reusable asset. Let me do the same for Leo. Now both characters are logged in my asset library permanently. Not just for this project, for any future project I ever make on Flova. So let's say tomorrow I want to make a new video, a completely separate one, and I want Leo and Barnaby in it again. I don't have to describe them again. I don't have to regenerate them. I don't have to hope the AI creates the same looking characters. I just come to the prompt box, click on Asset Library and select both Leo and Barnaby, and now I type a brand new prompt. Let's ask it to generate a video of them riding a Mars rover across the Martian landscape. And look, it is generating right there in the media panel. Done. And now I will drag and drop this clip from the media panel straight into the timeline. Look at that. Leo, Barnaby, same face, same fur, same spacesuit, same helmet, completely consistent with every shot we made earlier. Even though this is a brand new prompt, a brand new generation, this is what true character consistency looks like. You build your own characters once, you save them, and Flova remembers them forever. Whether it is your next shot or your next video 6 months from now, your characters always look exactly the same. Section 5. The Timeline Editor. Alright, now let us talk about the timeline. You do not need a separate editing software. Everything you need to edit your final video is right here inside Flova. Look at the timeline at the bottom of the screen. You can see it has separate layers. One for video, one for dialogues, and one for the background music. So if you want to adjust just the music without touching the video, you can. Let me show you how easy it is to trim a clip. I'll just place my cursor exactly where I want to cut, right here, and click split. And now I'll just delete the part I don't need. Done. That's it. Now here is my favorite thing about this timeline. And honestly, this one surprised me. Do you see the background music layer? If I want the music to run a little longer, I can literally just grab the edge and stretch it. And watch what happens. Flova doesn't just loop the track or cut it off awkwardly. It actually generates and adjusts the music automatically to fit the new length. That is something you cannot do in any regular editing software. Okay, everything looks good. The video clips are in order. The dialogue is synced. The music flows perfectly from start to finish. Now to get the final video file on your device, just click the export button at the top and it is saved. Let me play the final exported output now. Okay, just look at that. The visuals are clean and cinematic. That warm 3D animated quality holds up through every single shot. Leo looks exactly the same in shot 1, shot 2 and shot 3. Barnaby, same fur, same helmet, same personality. The dialogue sounds natural like a real kid, not a robotic AI voice. And the music, it builds slowly, gets emotional right at the landing and ends on that perfect warm note. This came from one sentence, one prompt, and everything you just watched, the script, the characters, the voice, the music, the edit, Flova handled all of it. Section 6. Skills. Now I want to talk about one more feature, and honestly, this one is for people who are serious about making videos consistently. It's called skills. So think about it this way. Every time you start a new project, you would normally have to explain to Flova the style you want, the workflow you prefer, which models to use, how the storyboard should be structured over and over again. Skills solve that. A skill is basically a saved production manual for Flova's agent. You define your workflow once, your preferred style, your shot language, your model choices, your editing rules, and Flova follows that same method every single time you use that skill. No re-explaining, no starting from scratch. And the best part, you don't even have to build one yourself. Flova has a library of ready-made skills built by professional creators ready to use with one click. Let me show you. So I'll click on skills from the left sidebar. And here you can see the full skills library. You can also create your own skill from scratch using the new skill button right here. So if you make a certain type of video regularly, you build that workflow once, save it as your own skill, and reuse it forever. But let me show you a ready-made one. Let's say I want to make a product commercial. I'll open the product commercial skill. Look at this. You can see the full detailed workflow of how this skill works, what steps it follows, how it structures the storyboard, which models it uses, how it writes the prompts. Everything is defined. This is the production manual I was talking about. To use it, I just click Use Skill, and now the skill is loaded. All I need to do is add my product mockup image, type a simple prompt if I want, and hit Generate. Flova will ask a few quick questions through cards, just like we saw earlier, and then it gets to work, and the output is ready. Let me play it. Just look at that. That is a cinematic product video. The kind of video that would cost you thousands of dollars if you hired a professional studio and a creative team to make it. And we just made it here in minutes with a product image and one skill. Section 7. What makes Flova different? Okay, So let me just quickly recap what just happened here, because I want you to understand why this is different. We didn't use 4 different tools. We used one. We didn't pray for the output to be good. Flova walked us through every single decision, the story focus, the visual style, the characters, the script, the voice, the music, step by step, card by card, full control at every stage. The characters looked the same in every scene. The voice was consistent. The music matched the emotion of the story perfectly. And the cost? Flova starts at just $19 a month. That's it. Stop paying $120 or more every month for a fragmented AI stack. Flova gives you access to 20 plus elite models all in one place. And if you want to make a sequel or a series, you save your workflow as a skill, one click, and your entire creative style, your characters, your preferences, they're all ready to go again. This is not just a tool. This is how solo creators can now make studio quality content. Section 8. CTA. If you want to try Flova yourself, the link is in the description. And here's the best part. When you sign up using my link, you get 100 free credits immediately. And you can earn an additional 200 credits just by exploring Flova. So go check it out. Start with one idea, one sentence, and see what Flova builds with you. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button. It genuinely helps the channel. Subscribe if you are new and drop a comment below. Tell me what kind of animated video you would make first. I'll see you in the next one.